Hi guys, so today we're looking at some brushes from Kitstars. These were advertised on my Facebook. I wasn't meant to be buying anything, let alone brushes, but they were buy one get one free, so I gave in to temptation. These arrived super quickly and they were actually really nicely packaged. So, you know, it's all the tissue paper and then these really classy looking black and gold boxes. So, I did get one wrong brush. Unfortunately, there was one I was really looking forward to trying out, and they sent me. The box says the one that I ordered, but what was in it just wasn't, unfortunately. But anyway, so each of these brushes were £8 or £7, which is super affordable. So, who was the £7 one? I think it was the two tiny ones. Yeah, so these two tiny guys are £7. All the other ones were £8. Like I said, I happened to catch a buy one get one free deal, so I actually got all of these for £24, which is insane. So yeah, it's just a really, it was a really interesting site to have a look around. Can I get into the, oh, I'm going to see if I can find the one that I wanted that was in the wrong box. Because it was called the Feather Blender, and I was just like, oh, I like the sound of that. So it was described as slightly elongated in design. Rounded tip with a gentle taper guarantees the easiest blend ever. And it looked like that, right? Maybe like a Mac 217 type thing. But anyway, I wanted to try it out. It was one of the £8 brushes, so yeah. I mean, in terms of their single makeup brushes, they do have a little bit of everything. You know, they have like the kind of highlight brushes, they had angle brushes, blusher, powder brushes. I just went for the, oh, they don't have a foundation brush, interesting. Okay, if they ever brought one out, I would be in line to try it. But yeah, I've done my makeup using these today, so let's see how that went. Right, let's get started. So, sticking to all mattes because the shimmers in this palette work better with fingers, and this is a brush review. So, we're using brushes. So the first brush I'm grabbing is the Tapered Blender. And I'm going to go into the shade Rich. We're just going to use this as a sort of transition, blue out the edges of my crease shade. So, these brushes are so soft. It's like touching them as I unpack them. And yeah. So I've got a slightly hooded eye shape. I've not got the biggest lids. So my god, the range of small brushes from this brand excited me. Okay, there's no two ways about it. It excited me. Possibly for doing this I would still want a really big brush, but this is the biggest one that I bought, so we'll see. But the colour is going on really nicely, it's blending really smoothly. As I've done that weird thing where it skips on my inner eye. There you go, it's blended out. And apparently I forgot to empty my memory card. Bad memory. So I'm going to have to pause and do that. Right, we are back. So, try to make these shapes the same. Again, hooded eyes, so I take things quite far out so that they are visible. Like if I kept my crease colour in my crease, you wouldn't see it. I've got to take it pretty much up to the start of my brow bone. By the way, I do have primer on and I put my normal, you know, just skin tony shade eyeshadow over the brow bone area. But again, I didn't get a brush that was suitable for that, so I just quickly done it off camera with my usual brush. Yeah, I definitely feel like this brush is doing the work for me, which is ideal. That's what you want. This is a bit more rounded, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So, and this still just feels so soft. I'm enjoying rubbing this on my eye. Strange things you never thought you would say. So I've got two more crease type brushes. Did I buy two tapered blenders? I bought two tapered blenders. I don't think that was the plan. I'm missing the one I was excited about. There was something called a feathered blender brush. Oh, sad times. So they have natural and synthetic bristled brushes, and instead of the feathered blending brush, they've sent me the synthetic tapered blender. So, sad times. Which did somehow look bigger than the natural version. So these are meant to be the same brush in different materials. Okay, sad times. Let's go in with the small taper blender. We're going to pick up Voodoo, which is a darker purple, and we're going to start building out the crease. See how precise that can be? Which, like I said, for somebody with hooded eyes, small lid space, this brush is the dream. Quite excited. I really want that feathered blender one though. Next time I'm allowed to spend money. And so this is a blending brush, so you can kind of go over the edges. At the moment I think it's got a bit too much product on it, so I'm going to go back into that one that's got the other shade on it, Rich. Oh. Tone these down a little bit. Right, next colour I wanted to play with was Lollipop. Lollipop, Lollipop. And I do have a flat shader. I feel this is a tiny bit smaller than a normal shader brush, so it'll be a nice size for me. Yeah, this is a really nice size for my little lids. So the two brushes that I've got left now are really tiny detailed ones. So I'm going to go off and do my foundation and come back and use these ones. So we're going to try this tiny one as an eyeliner brush, and this I'm going to be smudging my lower lashes. All things I like to do after my foundation is done. Right, I'm back. This eye is a bit more defined looking than this eye, so we're going to try and balance that out. This is the natural bristled version of that first brush. So I'm just going to try and diffuse that edge a little bit more. maybe try and solidify that edge a bit more. Right, anyway, so I know I said no shimmer, but I'm very tempted to try one from my inner corner. So we'll see how it works out. This is such a tiny brush. Who do we want? I think we're going to go with Gleam. There's other shimmers, but I think they would be too purpley. Whereas Gleam's quite pale. Okay, it is a bit blue based, possibly not the best match for this look, but we're doing it. Probably should have went to another palette, but whatever. This is so cute. This is the tiniest brush I've ever used. It's a baby. Like, honestly, look how tiny. There's my pinky. Oh, it's so cute. Right, so under eye, I'm going to smudge along with this as well. What was the last shade I used? Lollipop? Where are you? Okay. So, just kind of going in reverse. I'm doing the brightest colours first. Okay. I always try using my finger for blending out down my lower lash line. I went further down on this eye, so let's even that up. And then I'm going to skip Rich, which was the, oh, I totally blanked, transition type shade. Just going into Voodoo. And I'm just going to take the brush that I did do the transition shade with to do a bit of blending out there. Kind of try to drag it up a little bit into my crease. Alrighty. So, last brush I am going to do liner with. The only gel liner I've got that isn't dried out just now is an Inglot one, number 83, which is dark purple, conveniently. And strangely, it looks really dried out because it's literally split into like 3 sections. But it still transfers, so we're going to go with that. Just going to kind of warm it up a little bit. Make sure it's nice and pliable. And we'll see what we can do with this micro detailer brush. Look at the size of it. So. Okay, this liner is, yeah, a little bit on the sticky side. Try and soften it up a little bit more. So the thing, I love coloured gel liners, but I never use them enough to actually get through them before they kind of dry out and die on me. Okay, right, this isn't going well because of the product. The brush itself is actually really nice. It feels really soft for all it's got this sticky old product on it. Oh, I'm really sad about having to get rid of this liner, to be honest with you. I really liked it. Can I justify replacing it knowing how little I used of it last time before it dried out? Probably not. I could get some Duraline from Inglot and see if that will revive it, because that's what that's meant to do. Someone's at the door. Or someone's went past outside and Gwen doesn't like it. Right, I'm going to cut this application bit here. I'm going to go off camera and try and make my liner decent. Right, I'm back. So, eyeliner's a bit heavier than normal, but that's because this is dried out. My bad. So, these products, I am loving them. I just think they're so soft. I love that the company does a natural and synthetic version of each brush shape that they do, which gives people, you know, the choice of what they are most comfortable with. And I love that they're doing all these little tiny sizes for people with tiny eyes like me. I really can't go over how tiny and cute this guy is, right? This is just ridiculous. And then there's the pricing. Oh my god, these are so affordable! So yeah, absolutely, if you're looking for new brushes, especially if you've got smaller lid space and you've been thinking I need something a bit smaller, go check these guys out. They seriously provide for that. So, if you've got any questions, leave them down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!